We like to speak about leadership, but the Messenger of Allah said, "Kullukum ra'in, wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'yati." Each one of you sitting here is a leader. Each one of you is a shepherd, and you will be asked about your flock. You want to complain about the leaders and you've never done anything for the ummah? Where have you ever gone and helped? Where have you ever taken an hour or 2 hours of your time to go and assist somebody? The most that you do is give zakat and give your qurbani, if that, and then you complain about leadership. Umar, Amir al-Mu'mineen, every night he would go in the streets of Medina to see if there was anybody who needed something. And one day he goes and he sees from a distance, he sees this lady, she's lit a fire and she's got this bowl of water on that fire. And there's children around her crying. And she has nothing to cook. So what she wants to do is that pretend to her children that she is cooking. So maybe they will go to sleep because they're hungry. They're crying. So Umar watches for a while. And then he walks up to her. And he gives her salam. And Umar realized what state that this woman was in. She was poor. She didn't even have enough to feed her children. And after speaking to her, Umar radiallahu anhu said, "Let me ask you a question." She doesn't know that this is Umar. He said, "Let me ask you a question. What is your opinion about Umar?" She said, "I complained to Allah about Umar." He said, "Maybe he doesn't know your state." He said, "He's an Amir, he's the Khalifa, and he doesn't know our state." These words permeated the heart of Umar ibn Khattab. And Umar went back into Medina. And he went to the Baytul Mal. And he told the person who was in charge of the Baytul Mal, he said, "Give me a sack full of food." And Umar sees a sack full of food and he wants to pick it up. And the keeper says, "No, Amir al-Mu'mineen, let me carry it." And Umar said, "Place it on my back." He said, "Amir al-Mu'mineen, let me carry it." He said, "Place it on my back." Third time he insists, "Amir al-Mu'mineen, let me carry it." And Umar said, "Will you carry my sins on the day of judgment as well? Will you carry my sins on the day of judgment?" And then Umar went through Medina with a sack on his back. And he went to the tent of this woman. And the narration mentioned that Umar began to light the fire himself. And the smoke was going through his thick beard. And then he cooked the food with his own hands and then he distributed it to the children. And the mother sees the